Meow, 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 deuce, 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 gunfire, gunfire, boom, 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 deuce, 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 the fatty, pow, pow, pow. What's popping? Hello.
You can
Hi.
tell that
Apologize for the delay. I put this on me. I put this on me because I lost track of time. So I just want to get that out of the way right the fuck now.
wow,
Ah,
Gaia already saying her eardrums. She said you were
well, baby,
screaming
you
in her
didn't. This
ear.
is your first time joining the podcast. It's real. Then guess what? Your ears about to get real.
And her first time. She loves us.
Oh well, I'm about to say it. Well, this shouldn't be new to you. Then you need to turn me
She said,
down.
no, it's not.
I apologize, then, love. You can put the gun on me like Dante from Devil May Cry, okay? But look here, I got to be Virgil right now because today we got some good shit to talk about it. Before we even go, I am your freaking co-host of the podcast, Mr. VoQualz. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Hi, how you doing? Uh, call me Summer Drew. Uh, okay. Shout out to the birthday wishes. I want to get this out of the way. Shout out to Rico, brother Rico, Mike Rico had that birthday boy. Our birthday boy Jordan. We see you out there, Mr. 34. Jax with the Pokemon card. We see you. I just want to give y'all a shout out before I even go crazy on this intro. Like I gotta show love to family. You think I don't pay attention? I promise I do. But again, I say, I am your co-host. The man who is wearing the Ozzy drip right now. Go ahead. Go look, 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 look. Go
Shout out
ahead, look at it.
Ozzy.
Go ahead, look at it right now. I got this from DreamCon with Texas with Jasirii. You remember Jasirii? Well, yeah, yeah. We was in the trap sushi. He was passing these hoes out. Shout out to the bro. Shout out to the big bro. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, I already said his name. Excuse me, I just burped. But I already just said my brother's name. But I'm gonna do it right. Know what I'm saying? The man walks it around, literally tagged me in the Jujutsu Kaisen mixed with a Cartoon Network mashup. The man walking around love to say superheroes, but he has an alternate version where he's an evil Superman, and I'm like, holy shit, we gotta watch out for that. The man always likes to walk around, has a Nigerian accent, but at the same time, he ain't Nigerian. I'm fucking with you. But this is my one and only brother who likes to come around and save the day. He is the man that always walks around with the New York City crown. And if you want to play him in basketball, which we're about to get to very sooner today, give it up for the man with the boom pow, runs in Brooklyn. Everywhere you see him, he's there. The Don of the King. Put the crown on his head, my brother. Jasirii. Yes, sir. About to get serious tonight. What we talking
Weez.
about here? And this time we got the man who makes everything possible. We already know how we feel about this guy. The man comes around, talks about the podcast. It's real all the daily basis. I said basis. The man that loves to walks around, Millie Rock on the block. Sometimes I'm kind of surprised that he is on your block. I'm talking about the guy who was in the AMC and movie theater and got paid for just to be there. I'm just saying, I know I'm pocket watching, but it's crazy. Talking about the guy who obviously likes to put the foundation of everything every day. And you look at him as like a full metal alchemist. Yeah, he can talk alchemist about you because he knows about it. And the man, they love to call him the king, so he always wears the crown. So one and only King Drell. Absolutely. Gra gra boom. What are you talking about? Yeah. As y'all can see, I'm excited. I'm excited today. I'm here. I got energy. I got energy. I had a nice long rest. Okay? I've been working for 3 days straight. That's why I have not been posting the skits usually because I had a schedule. But I had to work so much that I legit worked for 14 and 13 hours and went to sleep soon as got home. And this is my first day off in a minute. So I slept all day and I got energy. But fellas, how are we feeling today though, man? How are we? How are we, man? We got the Zelda up here. We got the nice white drip. Come on, what we talking about, man? What's up? How we feeling?
Man, look, I'm never as drippy as you guys. You know, I just exist when it comes to outfits. I'm gonna need.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
trying to get up on y'all level when it comes to outfits and things. You know, we had the drip god on last week, but tonight, look, y'all keep the legacy going. Like I said, I see
What
my
are you
Jamaican
talking
brother
about?
over
All I
there.
have is a black shirt, bandana, and granddad. You got a whole Zelda hoodie on your head.
Yeah,
What are we talking
and
about?
somehow you pull that off, bro. Like that's all I'm saying. Like, look,
All right, you know what? My hands up. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got nothing to say. What's up, Jasirii? How we feeling over there, man? Mr. King, what's up? You muted, by the way. I see a mic muted on your end.
nah, he probably muted himself, but
Yeah, I know. I got to see it. Do you? I know he got to hear me. I don't know if he hear me or not. Do you hear me, Jasirii? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he do hear us. He's just silent as a puppy right now. Or you just fixing something behind the scene. You know what?
probably he's probably doing something behind the scenes. Yeah,
Gotcha, gotcha,
yeah,
gotcha,
yeah.
gotcha, 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 gotcha. We ain't gonna. No, you good. You
Handle
good.
business.
You
Handle your
good. No,
business.
you
Handle
fine.
your
You fine.
business.
You fine. You fine. Before we go crazy, man. Look, what's up? What we got popping on before we go too crazy, man? What we starting off with?
Look, man, like I said, guys, I'm
Oh,
glad
shout out to
y'all
Glow. My
with
fault.
us.
Hey, Glow. Snapping rap bitches up into Sheraton. Yeah, Glow. What's up, Glow? That's our intro. Every time I see Glow, I gotta make that intro. That's our intro. Shout out to Glorilla. You already
No,
know. Uh
absolutely.
oh. It's the spicy mama.
Oh,
She's in
look,
the
like I said,
house.
and speaking of glowing, we have Nadia in the chat tonight.
Oh gosh, it's the short, thick princess here with the tone and so nonchalant. What's up? Team Rocket blasting off again? Emma Frost in the building? What's
Look,
up?
Nadia knows that there's not enough nice things that I can say about her, and she knows this at this point. Like she's still trying to get used to us, but I don't know if she'll ever be able to fully get used to us. But you know what?
I know.
It's all love over here, and that's all that definitely matters. Now, like we said, this guys is going to be our final episode of the podcast is real until after we come back from a con. Everybody pretty much knows this con at this point, but believe it or not, even though we're in May, I never actually officially said anything publicly. Guys, I will be at MomoCon. I know I haven't said anything on any social medias about it or anything. Put up a whole thing about Anime NYC because that's a con that's actually allowing me to be there as a special guest. But yes, I will be at MomoCon and a couple of cons after that because this is, even though we know like our Jamaican brothers already been to Blurred, but we always usually synonymized May with the beginning of our con season.
I
So
know.
I wanted to
I
talk a
know.
little bit about our con season because it's going to start going crazy this year because there's a couple of things coming up that we're going to be going to. One we're really going to get to here in a little bit, but we can save that once we start talking about the past week. And I'm kind of concerned about the look that Jasirii has on his face, but I know he's taking care of business over there in the background. So Jamaican brother, as long as you know you can hear us, we are going to go ahead and just dive right into the week that was, which is the past week, which is basically one of the only things we got going on other than some upcoming con stuff that I want to talk about.
Oh,
But we can't talk about any important dates that have happened this past week because the thing about May is May has a whole lot of important dates. Like Mother's Day is this weekend.
Yup. Cinco
Sunday.
de Mayo, then, boys. Ay, my favorite holiday. I hope you got your tequila. Matter of fact, where is it? Y'all think I'm fucking playing. Where is it?
Oh, here we
Where
go.
is it?
Lord of mercy.
Here we go.
Where is it?
Here we go.
Where is it? If you think I don't celebrate Cinco de Mayo, you got me fucked up. Hold on. Yes, sir.
¡Hey! Te lo vi, te lo he visto. Te lo vi, te lo he visto. Te
There,
lo vi, te lo he
there
visto.
he goes
Te lo vi,
again,
te lo he visto.
guys.
No te...
All right. Now
Yeah,
back at it.
for everybody that
Listen.
celebrates Cinco de Mayo, I am glad that everybody. I was working, so you know I don't really get to celebrate many holidays the way that I used to. But this weekend, like I said, is always going to be special because it's Mother's Day. I say it to people all the time when it comes to the authority figures in my life. My mom is all I got left, so you know I'm always going to try to cherish her. And That is exactly what it's always going to be. But just because she's all I got left doesn't mean that there isn't some that's not going to be here in spirit, because we also know that this month also brings a lot of other important things that, will happen before we actually go on our con. But since we will be not on the podcast between now and then, obviously my dad's birthday is later this month. So, always got to do it up for my father, his grandfather, and we're going to be doing it up big for him once we get back from MomoCon. Because like I said, it's all family there. And speaking of people that have always taken care of us, this is always going to be a little crazy because, we're also just a couple of weeks away from it being the 1 year anniversary from losing Auntie. And, we always going to do it big for Auntie as well. Because, like I said, we got to keep their legacies going. We're going to continue to keep their legacies going. And like I said, May is a big month, Cinco de Mayo. But before we get to Cinco de Mayo, there was also Star Wars Day because, May the 4th be with you.
Yeah, I see all y'all trying to come out, pop out with fucking weddings, themes of Darth Vaders and shit. I see Will out here with her man. You feel me? Yes, let's talk about it, because that was a huge surprise when it was released and let her know that was her man. Let's not act like it. Miss Leah, Miss Will, Miss Leah, come on. I was shocked when you popped out with your man. Clock it. My fault. Yep, clock it. I definitely saw it. Y'all definitely did your big ones. I saw the Darth Vader in the Jedi. Then I see Ozzy coming out in a wedding with Darth Vader. I seen it. Don't act like I ain't seen nothing going on. I mean, look. I might be over here doing skits and videos, and I'm paying attention to y'all now. So look, I've been noticing a lot of shit, bro. I see y'all. Y'all were doing your big one time. Like, may the force be with you.
Unfortunately,
That was
I have said this before on this podcast. Luckily, nobody has ever come for me when I said it. But since it was Star Wars Day, I'll say it again. Technically, I have never watched a single Star Wars movie all the way through. Not a
Hey, join the
single
club.
one.
I'm with you. Don't worry. I play the games, but I never
Now,
watch the movies.
because of the legacy and being around so many people growing up, I know what happens in every single Star Wars movie. I've just never sat down and watched one from beginning all the way to the end.
I'm still
Not one.
currently trying to figure out the movie order. What's popping? I'm still trying to currently figure. Hey, hello, hi, hey, how you doing? Podcast. Boom. Okay. So no, what I was saying was, like I played the games, but I think the most difficult part was for me is trying to figure out which movie to watch first, because apparently you can't watch it one, two, three, four. They're like, no, you got to start three or one. Like I'm still trying to figure out the
start them
fucking
in
order.
order that they actually released.
Because I've been trying to figure that out. They're like 3, 1, so I think I'm gonna have to do my research to understand that a little bit
Just
more.
start with the ones that were released originally and just go in the order that they're released. Yes, they will jump around in time. Like Glow said, it's episodes 4 through 6, then 1 through 3. Yes, we know that.
Yes, literally.
And
I don't know that, so I
10, 7, 8,
appreciate that for
9.
you
If you
telling
want
me, bro.
chronological order.
Damn,
If
I
you want
say that. I'm
chronological
gonna
order.
speak for myself. I appreciate that because I didn't know. I'm speaking for myself here. Thank you, love.
and then depending on where you watch episodes 4 through 6, it depends on what versions of Star Wars you're gonna get. Is it gonna be the ones that's on all the releases, the re-releases, the re-releases, the ones before George Lucas started tampering with them all the time? You can still find those online somewhere. The ones with all the technical inaccuracies, the ones where Han shot first, especially the one where Han shot first, when McClunky was not a word that existed. Like, there's a lot of things that used to be there. Nobody was screaming no. Like the man has been DLCing his updates, his movies for decades.
And I heard the new Star Wars movies, everybody are trashing it, and I'm like, is that bad? It's that bad.
Oh,
especially
wait.
the Jedi baby one.
Hold on.
With Baby Yoda.
Nadia said episode 3 is her favorite. There's not a lot of times you hear people go to either of episodes 1 through 3 as being their favorite. So that's interesting. Again, I haven't seen any of them beginning to end, so I have no dog in the fight.
I will say this though, my favorite Star Wars game is a very old school, and it was on GameCube. Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Stop playing. The Bounty. Fuck fuck your swords. I got weapons to shoot at you all day, and I'm accurate with that hoe. And I'm taking out Jedi masters with these shits. Fuck you niggas. Like I don't give a fuck. Give me the weapon all day, bro. Like rocket. Like,
Look,
hey, that was my shit. That was my shit, bro.
I will say this. I hope a lot of people who took the time out to celebrate Star Wars Day, as you should. There's been a lot of amazing cosplays every year, as you should. But for me, I always remember May 4th for something else as well. And that is that we just had the birthday of Miss Katherine Jackson, 96th birthday. You always got to give Catherine her flowers because she gave birth to megastars.
Mm-hmm.
All them little Jackson kids is running around. The fact that Catherine is still with us, 96 years old,
That's
you
a
know,
blessing. Not a lot of people can make
Right.
it in the 90s.
yes.
Golden years. Golden. Feel me? Age for like fine wine. That's all.
That means she been eating right. The doctor's making sure she's healthy. Hey, we good. She here. Let's keep the ball rolling.
Well, she was always the drama-free Jackson member, so she just kind of stayed over there somewhere. Meanwhile, obviously, R.I.P. to the GOAT MJ, R.I.P. Joe Jackson, R.I.P. Tito. Two of the remaining Jackson members are about to go back out on tour again. And I don't know how you tour as the Jacksons with only two members of the Jacksons.
I don't know.
Considering that there's four of them still alive, but only two of them are going on this tour.
AI is
Uh,
alive.
I ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing to say about that. Okay.
Like
Respect.
AI and deep fake.
it's literally just Jackie and Marlon that's going on the tour. There's a stop somewhere on it where they're gonna invite Latoya to be up there with them. But other than that, it is just Jackie and Marlon. I guess Jermaine is too busy spinning this Michael movie after his son done starred in the Michael movie. Jermaine said, "I don't need to go on tour with y'all anymore. I done finally found my path."
Yo, honestly, keep it a beam with you. They gonna eat off they. One thing they gonna do is eat off their brother. That's one thing that's gonna happen.
Yeah, nah, this movie is a success. And Jermaine said, "Look, I'm executive producer. I don't need to go on tour with y'all anymore." And Randy, he's probably just like, "Look, I wasn't an original fifth member of the Jackson Five anyway. I only came in when Jermaine left the group originally. And I'm sorry, it's been out long enough. Randy's not even in the freaking movie, guys. Like, I knew that not all the Jackson siblings was probably going to be in there, but that was weird. Like, how do you miss a Jackson brother? I don't know.
I
Like I
mean, we
said,
talking about the same person. We know purposely they left Janet out, but like
I mean,
they literally made like she don't exist in the movie at all. Like we don't see another female in the movie. So
yeah. I hope y'all like Latoya because you gonna
like
see a
she
lot
was
of
just
Latoya.
chilling with the snake with Michael, and I was really like, damn, y'all really just not like. I get it. She ain't gonna have a line or something, but y'all ain't gonna have somebody to just be in her presence. Like,
And now
like
look, I imagine that the reasons that Randy, Janet, and Reby, for that matter, are not in this movie because people forget that when you're doing movies based off of people's lives, those people have to give you permission to let themselves be portrayed. And since Janet, like Paris, was not really a big supporter of this movie, I can see where Janet probably said, "I do not want to have anything to do with this movie." And I can see Reby maybe doing that since Reby was always kind of the outside Jackson member anyway. She's probably like, "Look, I'm while Randy ain't in it, I don't know what happened with Randy. Like, so somebody gonna have to explain to me. Somebody gonna have to explain to me Randy." But no, that just goes to show you that even now the Jackson family is always at odds, and I'm sure money has something to do with it because money always has something to do with it. What they tried to do to their own mom when Michael first died was dirty, and money brings out money's the root of all evil, guys. But like I
That's
said,
a fact.
R.I.P. Catherine Jackson. Again, guys, like I said last week, my full spoiler review of the Michael movie should be up sometime tomorrow. I'm finished editing it tonight, and if you haven't gone to see it, definitely make sure y'all go see it. Oh, but that's not the only things that have actually happened because we always got to talk about the hot things and we also got to talk about the low things in the past week. And in the past week, we lost a very, very important person. And considering that we go to Atlanta a lot, whether you liked him, hate him, or whatever, you knew the name Ted Turner. And Ted Turner is responsible for a lot of things that we have. He's responsible for 24/7 everything. He's the one who invented CNN. He started the 24-hour news cycle. That didn't exist before Ted Turner. Then he turned around, bought MGM, bought Hanna-Barbera, and then started a 24/7 Cartoon Network. The Cartoon Network. We do Nickelodeon versus or Cartoon Network on here all the time. Cartoon Network is not a thing if not for Ted Turner.
That's
So
a fact.
for
Nope,
that
never had any
alone,
Caribbean without him.
yes, that is what owns the Atlanta Braves. If you were a huge wrestling fan like I've been my entire life, owned WCW. And back when WCW was actually beating the WWF in ratings every year, NWO, all of that, Ted Turner owned it. It wasn't until the Time Warner merger that it really started going down and eventually went out of business. But when the Time Warner merger came through, they started slowly phasing Ted Turner out. I mean, yes, he loved to work, but at the same time, okay, I'm getting phased out. Me and my billions of dollars can just go over here and hang out somewhere.
$1 billion donated to the UN too.
Mm-hmm. Look, he was one of the first people trying to tell people to take care of this place. Captain Planet was huge. People might laugh at Captain Planet these days, but y'all don't understand how big Captain Planet was in the 90s.
Big wake-up call.
Yes. I stay to this day making Captain Planet references on this podcast. And a lot of times people probably don't even realize I'm making them.
You hear that, people? Go check out Captain Planet. YouTube is free.
Yeah, YouTube is free. But yes, thank you for, if nothing else, thank you for Cartoon Network, Ted Turner. Make sure you rest in peace. But, Ted Turner isn't the only thing that we lost this week because, we have to also pay our respects, guys. I don't know what the broke budgeted ghetto people are going to do about flying these days. But, Spirit Airlines, we have to,
no
we have to
more
definitely
on your plane flying to your house. No more last tickets and thinking your bitch is finna fly down the same night. No more of that. Because I know what Spirit Airlines for. No, I'm going to call it what it is. Y'all not going to tell me what it's not for. Nah, I flew the plane, and I seen the baddies, and I seen how they dress. They were going for their man, or they was going for their sidetrack mission. Okay. Stop playing with them.
Bro, listen, you act like Frontier still don't exist. They about to hop right on that. They got
Frontier was the second budgeted airline that was out there. They sitting there like, we number one now, buddy.
Oh, don't worry, they'll probably be next.
They said no more yellow, it's all green now.
Yeah.
Honestly, we don't even know what's going on because JetBlue got shit going on. They got so much shit going on with these airports. I'm like, bro.
we'll see what happens because there is a mogul that is actually trying to revive Spirit Airlines right now. So we'll see what happens. All we know is
somebody back to the dead. Let it die.
Because after Trump tried to buy it out, he was like, yeah, just, I love it here. It's such a great place. It's so yellow. It's so bright. Just give us the 90% in proceeds and we'll give you back your company. We'll really own it, but we'll give it back to you.
I'm talking about Spirit was so dirty that the employees didn't know that they was
Look, usually when a company shuts down, they'll make an announcement. They'll be like, look, this is shutting down. We're going to be closing down our operations in about a month. Hey, if you got flights for further than that, go ahead and try to reschedule them. Get your flights out last minute. Let's just kind of let you guys know with this prep. No, somebody got off of work at Spirit, said, see you tomorrow, woke up the next day and said, what the hell?
You ain't got a job. Everybody who got a flight right here, hey, guess what? We ain't putting y'all in another flight. You're fucked. So thank you for your money. Yeah, figure out what y'all gonna do.
Oh, I mean, they did have to do refunds. They
ended up refunding everybody.
But
because I heard the news. Okay, because I didn't get into now because at the point of time when everything was going, I'm looking at everybody else posting their videos of each interaction of them in that line that's all the way to the damn door. Yes.
I mean,
to the door.
Everybody
they're trying to figure out what could they do. I had a whole lady saw post a video talking about they're not even trying to refund or get us another price of these tickets because that's how they're talking. Even the employees was in there like, I don't know what to do. Like I'm panicked. Like
I mean, what can you do? Like an airline, if you get a flight canceled or you miss a flight with an airline, they can try to hook you up with another flight on that airline, but an airline is not going to hook you up with something on another company's airline. So
that's what I'm saying.
The only thing they can do is give you your money back, which that's a lot of money to give back. So it's taking time to get everybody, but everybody is getting their refunds. Now, with that being said,
depends. I hope that refund is enough to get on the flight that you want.
It must
now
really
once
suck.
they're already there in there, the loophole policy, they could literally once it's that's not our fault. The CEO had to shut it down. The government shut it down, so we don't technically have to pay you because you're already here on the book flight. Everybody else, like 24 hours prior, they're getting their refund. The people that were actually there that got the news at the same time, oh, you were FUCK'd.
Imagine you had this big thing you had to go to, and you're just like, man, my flight is still good to go. It's in about 5 hours. And, you know, let me go ahead and get up and start heading that way now. And by the time you get there, like, oh yeah, about that.
You were about to lose your job. You were about to lose your job. That's what Spirit Airlines just did. So,
how that meme go again?
I know I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for all my people on the Spirit Airline. I do feel bad, but y'all gotta admit that's fucking crazy.
That's a lot of
Bro,
people.
Do you have the bomb effects? Do you have the bomb effects downloaded?
I don't have them downloaded. I'm not working on upgrades until after our hiatus.
Yo, listen. All I gotta say as a New Yorker, Lizzie, I'm sorry, but bomb effect. You knew this was gonna happen. Bomb effect. Y'all kept on trying to fly cheap, and this is the problem. Bomb effect again. Spirit Airline was nothing but a coach bus on the air. Bomb effect again. I don't understand why we had to fly on a metal rattle, and we were shaking, but y'all made it to our destinations somewhat. Bomb effect again. I'm glad that they're dead. I don't want them to come back. I'm Team JetBlue and Delta. I'm sorry.
Hey, hopefully JetBlue get their shit figured out because they're going under shit about some suing under their shit.
Oh, they are, but it's JetBlue. You seen their owner.
I mean, just because it's JetBlue don't really mean shit. Like I'm gonna be real with you. Like if you under suing, bro, that's a serious shit. So we just hopefully everything works out with them. Hopefully everything works out with them.
Yes. Hopefully everything works out with them. But again, RIP Spirit Airlines. It was always the cheap option. Like I said, I'm sure that's good news to Frontier because now they kind of own the cheap airline market.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did Delta just announce? Which one announced and said there's no more snacks on this flight? We're not serving no more snacks no more. Somebody in the airline business said we are not serving no more drinks or snacks. I don't know. I don't think it's Delta, but it's some airline that definitely said we're stopped doing that.
Snacks anymore on their flights.
Well, I know it wasn't AA because I just flew with them.
American Airlines,
wow,
Frontier, U.S. Airways, United Airlines, Virgin Airlines,
a lot of them,
Allegiant Airlines are no longer serving free snacks. They'll buy onboard options. Wow.
So now you have to pay for them is what it is. I just flew AA to New York a few weeks ago. We got our snacks.
That is crazy. That sounds like a funny ass skit too later, but oh my goodness. And you see, this is why bomb effect. I cannot fuck with bomb effect. American Airlines, bomb effect. Virgin Airlines, bomb effect. U.S. Airlines, bomb effect. You know what? I could never be more proud to be Jamaican. Bring back Jamaica Airlines. Bring back Jamaica Airlines. That's what we need to bring back. Give me some rice and peas on the plane.
Bring back some rice and peas on the plane.
I said what I said.
Guys, well, it looks like y'all are just going to have to make sure y'all get y'all snacks. And I don't know, I'm not going to encourage anybody to sneak snacks on the plane. But people do it anyway. But
facts, me.
For them to actually Nah, the crazy one is when people be sneaking like chicken and stuff on the plane. It's like, come on now, do you really think that they know you didn't get that on that airline?
You gotta stop. You gotta stop coming for me, Drell. All right, it's not my fault. I need my rice and peas, cabbage, oxtail gravy, extra oxtail gravy on my fried chicken too. They don't be feeding us on that plane. I need to feed myself. I have to make sure I'm fed. I gotta look out for myself. I'm a good man.
Not I'm a good man.
Yo, oh my goodness! For all this, I'm not even mad at my flight price no more.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, even the cheap ones, once you start buying all the extra stuff, the price starts collecting anyway. Because even when I looked at a Spirit one, it was like Spirit was so cheap because they don't give you anything. So once you start going, okay, I need my carry-on, I need my check, I need this, I need that, all of a sudden the price is like,
that'll be $380, buddy. Thursday to Thursday. Don't even think about the weekend. Yo, weekend flights are so expensive for no reason now. I'm just here like, oh, okay. Wait until that Tuesday morning at 3 a.m. All right, copy. My alarm is set at 2:45. I got you.
oh man, it is gonna make me rethink how I'm flying going forward. Like I said, I just did AA, and they were fine. Everything was good. I got my snacks. In fact, they were really nice about the snacks. And I don't know when they switched their phone company that they use to actually do the Wi-Fi, because I remember it was one company and now apparently they're using somebody else. Like I could have, but that's whatever. I was able to get on their Wi-Fi. That's all that matters.
I was surprised they had Wi-Fi. Shoot, you know what? They stepped up a tiny bit. I'm happy. I'm happy for them.
Yeah, no, they have Wi-Fi courtesy of AT&T, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that makes more sense. Shouts to AT&T.
Yeah, I could have sworn it used to be T-Mobile, but maybe that was another flight, because I remember T-Mobile, because when they talked about it, they were like, well, you can buy Wi-Fi on this flight unless you're a T-Mobile member. And I'm like, I'm a T-Mobile member. Ha, I don't know what to tell the rest of you. But
word, my mama got T-Mobile.
But no, with American Airlines, it was you got to pay for the Wi-Fi unless you were an American Airlines member. And I'm like, oh, I've been on enough of those. I'm a member. I got an AA account. Yeah, Wi-Fi. Let's go. Because even though I haven't really been flying too many places, it's been long, except the one time I went to Vegas. It's like, shit, I need to be in it because I can't sleep on planes, guys. I can see my nephew still trying to come in. He was in and then he was out.
Shoot. Nah, you were right. They were T-Mobile first. It was American Airlines and Delta, and then they wind up dropping, and then signed a contract with AT&T. Shouts to AT&T. I did not know that part. I have AT&T.
That probably explains why I forgot which flight it was, but at one point I got on a plane and they were just like, yeah, guys, there's no Wi-Fi on this flight. It was probably when they were in between switching carriers.
It was like, dang, we can't pay our bill. You know what? They said they'll take care of it. Let's switch over.
Yeah, so that's why, because when I got on there, I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm getting ready for my tea. But AT&T, oh, well, I'm a member. Doesn't matter. All right, I'm in here. And it's always that one plane that's like, yeah, we're supposed to have it, but ours is acting up. So this one, like, because on my flight to New York, the Wi-Fi didn't work on that plane, but on the one back, it did.
Dang. I hope you had your episodes downloaded.
I didn't, because I didn't think it wasn't going to work, and I was prepared for the ride back, but then I didn't need it.
Yo.
But you know what? It's perfectly fine, because, guys, make sure you got your airlines together, because there's no more Spirit. So I guess y'all going to, and we know our people, more than anybody else, love to try to fly Spirit. I don't know what to tell y'all. Y'all are going to find another way to fly to the Berleezy Ball this year, because Berleezy does have a ball coming back this year, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, after a hiatus, he is definitely back. And sir, we cannot hear you at all.
Uh-oh. He'll be back.
He's out again. Yeah, he's having some audio issues, which I could tell. But yes, the Burleezy ball is back, and I have to try to be there. I've never been. This has to be the year. 2026 has to be the year.
Not gonna lie to you, it is a time to be had. It is 100% a time to be had. So Berleezy's ball, shoot, honestly, looking forward to it.
Yes, because
Oh, I'm different when it's easy ball. Can y'all hear me now, by the way?
yes,
Can you hear me now?
yes.
Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna talk my shit. Easy ball, I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm saying it now. Because you know why I say I don't give a fuck who you are?
Uh-oh.
Because I'm gonna be that one on that carpet. Okay? Do y'all not know I'm already planning what type of suit I'm finna bring there? Custom made right now as we speak. Like, oh, y'all think I'm gonna little this? Oh no, and I purposely take a personal training so I can look good with my toned muscles in this suit. Oh, it's not even that. My hair that looks like Chico Bean is growing back. It's growing back. It's growing back. I'm about to look like Corbin Blue on y'all again. Again. So all y'all out there talking crazy in the comment section about my hair. All y'all out there talking crazy about what's going on. Well, guess what, baby? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right here. Let me tell you something nice and easy. The boys finna walk on this carpet, right? And every comment section is gonna look at us and it's gonna be like, oh my gosh, is that the king of pop? They just gonna look like, oh my god, these boys, I don't even know who these boys are. Oh my god, this boy says they're gonna see a nice groomed bearded man. They're gonna see a nice boy with curly, like they're gonna see. They don't know. Y'all don't know what to expect. All y'all just gonna be like, oh, they just gonna come in a regular suit, nice suit and black tie. Oh, y'all must not watch my prior video when I did my suit and tie. Oh, y'all just don't know. So when it gets serious and we about to turn up and we do what we're about to do, we're gonna have fun. Don't get us wrong. But when it's red carpet time, I'm gonna be the most bougiest person on that carpet. I'm like, don't touch me, sir. You see this nice suit? It's crocodile. Don't touch. Like, I'm one of them. I'm one of them in the easy ball. I ain't playing. I don't care.
And guys, when he says this crocodile, he's not talking about One Piece crocodile, but that's where we go into a segue because I got to talk about One Piece for a second. While I do that, sir, because we're going to get to what you really want to talk about. You're going to want to fix your audio because you're doing that burping thing now. But
then I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I done fixed this multiple times. So we're going to do this one more time. And if I come back and it's still on the same shit, that's how it is for the night.
That's how it is for the night.
Restart it.
Yes, but guys, they have announced, it's been a thing for a while, but now there's been more information. The One Piece remake will be dropping in February of next year, 2027. 7 episodes are dropping at the same time. Shout out to Wit Studios. In just those 7 episodes, they are going to cover 50 chapters. In those 7 episodes, 300 minutes. In only 7 one-hour episodes, they are going to make it all the way to Sanji. For the people that have said One Piece is too long, for the people that have said One Piece has pacing issues, I have no idea what y'all are going to be able to say now. Because the One Piece, just like the podcast, is real. And there's some people that have been afraid. I've already seen some people out there saying, once this drops in February, that's when they're finally going to start getting into One Piece. Because they're like, oh, if it's going to be like that, then maybe it's the time to finally start.
Man, listen, hold on. They chose the best month of February, a goat's birthday, to go ahead and drop the One Piece is real. I don't know what they thought they was gonna do, but we about to see all the arcs come to life. And all the haters, all of you haters that was talking about it too long now, is not the same. It's not gonna be no 500 episodes. I don't want to hear no more. Because now you are getting Goat Piece. Back to you, Drell.
Thank you so much, Jasirii. But yes, look, as much as I love One Piece, it's not my favorite anime of all time, but it's one of my favorite animes of all time. It does have pacing issues. Like the jokes that people always make online about how many minutes they waste on an episode just on them walking is a thing that does happen. On how by the time you get around episode 500 or so, they start doing this thing where they show a preview that's like 2 minutes, then they'll do an intro that's like 2 minutes, and then they'll do this whole other like interlude thing for that's like several minutes, and the episode won't even start until you're like 8 minutes in.
But to keep it a beat with you, like we got to remember that it came from the big three, and the original big three came back from Dragon Ball. So now they're taking their lines and their pacing from Dragon Ball, a goated series that was like, cool.
Issues.
You know, we're gonna take that pace and we're gonna follow our big brother. You know what I mean? So I get what people are saying now in this generation, but you got to remember, One Piece stood the test of time. Once it stood the test of time, it was in the cycle. So now with time, they're keeping up with pacing, they're switching it up, they're staying relevant, and just doing what One Piece always did.
And that's fine. It's just that I remember when I would start watching One Piece and I'm sitting around just watching them, I got to those middle episodes and I would always be like, okay, let me just skip to about the 8-minute mark because the episode's not even going to start until it's like, and it's a 22-minute block. So if it's a 22-minute episode, but the first 8 minutes is just intro, preview, interlude, now it's only like 14 minutes or so of an actual episode that they were doing. Like they knew better than that.
That's true, but listen, Dragon Ball Z did it too. I ain't gonna lie. We sat there for those episodes. We were more attention deficient back then. Now it's ADHD 24/8.
Their interludes weren't as bad, but the stalling between fights definitely were. I swear there would be Dragon Ball Z episodes where 15 minutes of it is just them staring at each other in the sky.
That's a fact. Kakarot, I've seen you. You're my brother. I know. And I know what? I'm going to beat you up because you look like a bitch.
And all of a sudden, something just explodes, and the people that's watching, I didn't even see him move. And, oh, by the way, now the episode's over. Tune in next week.
On next week's episode of Toonami.
Well, tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z.
You know, the big three and all of them, they were, I mean, anime still does it, but they weren't as bad as them. Back when, you know, you would have an entire episode that's apparently taking place in a 2-minute span.
Back in the day when I was younger, now I can't anymore.
We said it. The Tournament of Power was a 45-minute tournament. What was it, like 30 episodes?
Yeah, but they did switch off into different characters, and then they had like fights for 2-on-1s, 1-on-1s.
They didn't have to wind some of those fights back too.
It was a 45-minute tournament.
Yeah, I said, to be real, I will say this because I did watch it. They did do something like at this specific time with another person's perspective. Well, this was like present on this moment, so I give them that. I give praise on some things, but like I hear the argument. I hear your argument, but I'm still gonna be devil's advocate here. Let me be that. They still give you, hey, this is happening behind this couple of seconds right here as well. Meanwhile, this fight is going on over there. They give us they telling you the time, and when you really think about it, it lets you know how fast these niggas was really going. They just want to make sure we see it.
And that's all I was gonna say, because basically what they're saying is if they were ever to speed up the Tournament of Power in real time, all of that's just happening lightning fast. Apparently, they're also talking at lightning speed.
I'll give you a great example. Since we want to play this game, let's go this round. Trunks and Frieza. They had a Dragon Ball Super movie with Gohan, and they did a rewind track of the android. They were trying to figure out what the hell happened. in our Dragon Ball Z, we saw how slow it was, but in Inspector Bug, everybody's like, it was so fucking fast. In the movie, it showed how fast Trunks got rid of Frieza. It showed how fast he literally did less than 15 seconds. So I give him praise on that because it does show this too fast. But when it gets to like, all right, we already had this fight. Now this is how fast this fight really was. Just to let y'all know. And it's like, oh shit, it was that fast. And I'm like, oh my god, that was that fast. Why did they do it like this? But it's like, different timeline, different zone.
It was still an anime time, though, and we know anime time.
Different timeline, different zone.
Anime time means nothing. 10 seconds left. 2 minutes later, like you got to love anime time. And you know me, I'm the biggest Naruto fan there is. But at the end of that pain fight, when they were talking about it's supposed to be 5-second intervals, and I saw a whole sequence. I seen this man call all his shadow clones, and they started backing up, and they started doing all that slingshot. They literally spent like a minute and a half doing that, and then they go back to him. 2 seconds left. I'm like, okay, how fast are y'all really moving if this is the case?
Listen, the big three took different variations. You know what I mean? Not everybody can be Bleach, but
No, you're right. Not everybody can be Bleach. You're right. I'm so happy you said it. Not everybody can have a hole in their chest like Ichigo.
That's a fact. You know what I mean? Because out of them, it's like Naruto took the fillers, One Piece took the pacing. Bleach said, you know what? F that. We just gonna make a whole arc and throw that in there. Whether it's canon or not, we're gonna throw the arc in there.
That's what I'm about to say. When it comes to fillers, let's look. Bleach is just as big of a culprit as Naruto is, because Naruto would have, and even One Piece would have filler arcs, but they'd be like 4 episodes long, not really harmless. They move on. Naruto would maybe get up to about 5 or 6 episodes. Bleach had a 45 episode arc that means nothing.
That's a fact. That's why I said they didn't take the filler episode. They didn't cop out. They said we're gonna dedicate it. We're gonna dedicate a whole season for it.
And
I know that you guys want to figure out what happened with Ichigo and Yukio, but let's talk about what happened in the world of the living.
And Bleach were the
motherfucker! No, bitch! That was one of the biggest disrespectful in my life. After I was pissed about what happened to Ichigo, it goes back to, let's go back to the world of the living. I don't give a fuck about the world of the living! Like, what am I to go in there in a second? I don't give a fuck about that right now.
I've always said, at least Naruto, even though sometimes they would move to their filler at the worst possible times. Oh, we're in the middle of this war. Now it's the time for us to go ahead and tell you about Iruka Sensei's backstory real quick. It's like, okay, we got this going on. Hey, you know what? We completely forgot to tell you Obito's backstory. Let's go to him for about 5 or 6 episodes. Oh, it's getting really serious. But speaking of serious, we didn't tell you about Kakashi's backstory. Let's go back to him real quick. At least every time they did it, they were at least telling you backstory to learn more about these characters.
Yeah, because I was like, if there's someone good, especially when it came to Kakashi's face, because everybody really wanted to know about Kakashi's face.
But I swear to God, Bleach will be like, you on the ground, done. And then all of a sudden it's like, wow, that was quite a predicament, wasn't it? Okay, now let's go to the beach for an episode or two. Let's go ahead and take the ease off. It's like,
the biggest cop-out they always use is, I remember each fucking line with a brain passion. We go to the Wakamundo. Before we go to the Wakamundo, hey, let's talk about the world of the living real quick. And Ichigo have to fight this other nigga we don't know about. All right, we see you. Hey, after Grimjaw fight, now Yukioya. Oh, Ichigo run straight in there. I know you want to see this fight. But let's talk about the world of the living real quick. What? They always pull the world of the living card. Like, I literally give a fuck about the world of the living at that moment. We're in the Wakamundo, bitch. I'm here salsaing. Why I'm not gonna salsa in the world of the living right now? What the fuck are we doing here? What?
We just gotta calm it down. You feel me? That's too much. That's too much sugar. That's too much dopamine. We gotta chill out. Then we gotta have you stalled out. That's it. Like I
Especially
said,
the part.
the big three everybody took a piece. So it's like pick your poison. Bleach is my poison.
I pick a poison. I'll take the piece of one.
At least Dragon Ball didn't really have that many quote unquote filler episodes. They would have like
Dragon Ball was funny though.
Yeah,
but
Dragon Ball
but they
Z
didn't have a
was
lot
more
of
like
filler episodes, though. That's all I'm saying. Like compared to the
Yeah.
others. Now, don't get me wrong. Dragon Ball has an entire series that's filler because none of it's canon with GT. But as far as like their other stuff, you know, they might throw a couple of episodes in there that isn't in the manga. But it's like even if it's not in the manga, it doesn't mess anything up. And it's like, okay, you know.
It's just like most of the time I just see Dragon Ball Z do fillers. It's always because they always known to try to, because Dragon Ball Z was super serious, and even though Dragon Ball was action comedy based, and they took that away a lot when it came to Dragon Ball Z because it was too serious. And that's why I was like, I don't mind the fillers over there because it was strictly comedy every time we look at the fillers. Strictly comedy. When Goku had to go over there to try to get the Dragon Ball from the Red Ribbon Army that doesn't exist anymore. My man Goku tried to get driver's license with Chi-Chi. That was really fucking funny.
The best filler of all time.
Like, leave me out of it. Like, that was a good one. Gohan going out in the forest, just looking at dinosaurs and stuff with some comedy based and shit. Like, everything we looked at fillers in Dragon Ball Z, it was strictly comedy. And then we go right back to
Or
serious.
literally all of the Marin episodes, because technically she doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So it's like, but they all flowed. They didn't mess anything up that wasn't in the manga. They didn't pull a One Piece when One Piece did an entire filler arc and it contradicted the main story so much because they didn't really think it through. Whoever the animators or the writers were on this filler stuff, y'all literally did an entire arc early. I think it was like 4 episodes about a freaking dragon. And it's like, okay, but now in the anime, y'all have met a dragon. So now later on, when they get to Punk Hazard and they're going, I've never seen a dragon before. Like,
I gave up immediately. Nah, go back.
like what? That's filler screwing up the main story because now you're contradicting yourselves. It's like if you're going to put some filler in, make sure it's not going to mess up what you're doing in the actual story that exists. Because that was BS with the whole dragon thing. And I always bring that up. They're like, I've never seen one. Yes, you have. At least in the anime you have. In the manga, this is the first time you've ever seen one. But the anime just kind of threw y'all under the bus. I gave up immediately. Def never watched
didn't throw me under the bus?
The Bount arc. They were so committed to not messing up the main story that they stripped stuff away only to put it.
Live with the anime 2 weeks to Momo.
Yes.
Y'all go to Momo?
They always go to Momo.
Hey, yep.
I didn't look. I mean, shit. I know some people taking a break from Momo, so I ain't gonna lie. I thought y'all taking a break from Momo as well. I ain't gonna hold you.
Look,
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Because but back to what I was saying, Glow. What the Bount arc did, because they just had to tell this compelling story, but then have to remember anything they changed, they had to revert it back so that they didn't mess up the main stuff. What they did to Uryu was bullshit. During the Bount arc, it's like, oh, he doesn't have his powers. So in the Bount arc, we're gonna kind of come up with a way to give him his powers back. But oh crap, he's not supposed to have them go for a while. So now we got to strip them from him again. Just so we don't mess up anything in the main line. It's kind of like, which is why it comes to the movies. I'm like, okay, movies mess up timelines all the time, which is why I'm just like, look, you just got to enjoy movies for what they are. There's a freaking non-canon Naruto movie where he meets up with Sasuke again for a movie. I'm like, what are we doing?
Now we got 6 folks in here and only 2 likes. That's a good ass question. Why aren't y'all tapping the goddamn screen? Also, everybody in the chat, like, that is everybody in the chat, like, the dang stream. Oh,
well,
everybody in the chat, like, the damn stream. You're right. Like the stream.
No. Hold on. Life with Anime Podcast says that's the only con we've ever been to, LOL. Maybe that's the only con that one of you has been to.
Yeah, because the other one went to DreamCon with me.
Oh.
The podcast is real.
Yeah, because the other one has family, and the other one has his wife. That's understandable.
I was about to say, and I could have sworn when I got invited up to New York Comic Con, I was just like the final day, we're winding down, and all of a sudden I spied with my little eye, there's P just walking through like, you're here?
You know, to be real though, I do see P first.
He's
Like, I do see him.
He be outside.
Like, I see him walking because we saw him did we not see him in the MomoCon line when we was walking to get our badges, and all of a sudden he just popped up to our left?
It's on my memory. Yeah, it's still on my thing. You can go still see it right
Like,
now.
what? Yeah.
Nah,
P out there handling business.
P
Don't
be
be out handling
outside.
business. Stop that.
And look, he just said there'll be an expo. To be continued on whether I'll
Hey, turn up then.
I want to. I don't know if it'll be possible. We'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Things are different now. That's all I can say. But
Shake
yes,
it, shake it,
since this
baby.
is a podcast, I will put this question out to everybody that's either watching it now or watching it later. What are some of the things y'all are looking forward to in con season the most? Who are some of the people that you're looking to meet? What autographs are you looking to get? What vendors are you looking forward to maybe getting something from? Y'all boys be blessed. See y'all soon. All right. Yes, we will definitely see you in a couple of weeks here. But
Man.
And do not rip my hat off and show my baldness again.
But you know what? MomoCon is a few weeks away, and I know that is a perfect time where we're going to get to see a whole bunch of people. There's going to be some after parties. There's probably going to be some performances, some experiences like that. But I don't know if any of those performances are going to compare to the one that somebody here was at last night.
Because I know when somebody just got to put their pinky finger to the moon, nigga. That's all I say. Everybody put your pinky fingers to the motherfucking moon. Because when I tell y'all Bruno, look here, I know we don't talk about Bruno, okay? I know we don't talk about Bruno. But today, we got to talk about Bruno. This man, Bruno, he's him. I'm sorry. Bruno's him. Bruno's him. Bruno's him. Y'all have to understand. I live 5 minutes to the stadium.
He literally lives down the street.
Why did it almost take me 20 minutes just to get there? Do y'all not know what I had to do to make sure I was late on my job? I got out the car and started running like Will Smith from Bad Boys. I had to make sure I had to get there. You hear me? You hear me? This is the story how I almost met Bruno Mars and Leon Thomas.
Go for it.
Oh, if you didn't know, Leon Thomas was there too. He had an after party at 10 o'clock and ends at 2. This is going to sound like a My Hero Academia. But this is going to be a VoQualz version, okay? Let's get to this, because y'all not going to believe this. It was so crazy that I tried to call them two last night at the moment. It was that crazy. And both of them were asleep. I tried to call so they could believe what I see. So let's get to it. There's a video I already posted on there that Bruno Mars sold out every single seat in that stadium. It was so crazy that helicopters were flying over the goddamn stadium. I'm like, oh my God, is that Channel 5? Channel 5 out here. Bruno Mars out here about to perform tonight, so let's already. Okay, let's get things rolling. So basically, guys, I have access because I work for the Nissan Stadium, right? I have access to everywhere. everywhere. You name it, everywhere. And Lord have mercy, I couldn't believe the type of journey I had. So when I really got there in the first time, there's a video I already posted where you see every seat is sold. So there's the field. I have field access to be there at the bottom. That means I could be in a front row seat if I want to. Yes. What you talking about? So I get down there, and I went down there. I'm back to most of the security guard, because they already know me. They said, "What's up, Bo? How you doing?" Man, what's up, man? How you doing? Man, how you know, we at the concert. They out here, I like, yeah, you feel me? Tell me when I walk down there, and I'm like, let me enjoy the concert just for a little second before I go to work. I walk down there and I look to my left and right. I heard maracas, smoke, and bombs. Did not see Bruno Mars pop out from under the stage and hit us with the "Oh, so good city, Tennessee, what it do?" Everybody screamed. They were chanting this man's name out. So crazy that I had to do this. And y'all know me, I can take loud noises, but this time I had to do this. Or I had to get earplugs. It was that crazy in there. So I went down there because I enjoyed the performance a little bit. And I said, okay, it's time for me to go to work. So let me go to the backstage where I have to be to do what I have to do in my job. I go down there. I walk to the security. They're doing their job. Not mad at the security. I want to point that out right now. They're doing what they're supposed to do. But when I walked there, they were like, "You don't know, Uncle." They hit me with the Tennessee Titan. "Hey, how you doing? My name is Delonte. I got to get here to go to my dorm, my locker room." "No, I don't know this." "Oh, it's okay. I have an email that says I have all sex here. I'm showing it to him." "No, I don't know this." "Okay, cool. So I had to go get my boss. I went to go get my boss. All right? I went to go get my boss, and he was like, "Oh, I got you. Don't worry." Because he had a special badge that says Escort, my desert, which is understandable because that's Nissan problem, you know? So I got there. He was like, "All right, hey, we got to get through because my people got to get to their locker room." Why did the security try to argue with my boss as well? They're like, "No, I don't know this." He looked at him and said, "Do you not know who I am? Do you not see this badge? Are you kidding me? Nah, don't do this to me right now because I can have y'all lose your job right here, right now. I'm not playing." And he was like, "My fault. My fault. You good, but them two, they can't." "What you mean they can't? They're my workers. They got to get through to their locker room." And then they had a certain intercom say, "You better let him through or it's going to be some problems." And he was like, "I got word from my people that told me you can let you do, you have to go through." He was like, "Yeah." And what he was, "I don't know why y'all arguing with me in the first place. It's my thing." I'm like, talk your shit. So we get down there. Tell me why Leon Thomas dressing room is next to our office. I'm looking at that whole like, oh my gosh. Leon Thomas, office. Leon Thomas, office. Leon Thomas, office. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna keep it a band with y'all. I'm gonna keep it a band. I pull one of these like Scooby-Doo. I pulled a Scooby-Doo. I sure the fuck did. I pulled a Scooby-Doo. I pulled it because I was like, hey, you only got one shot. And there's an opportunity. You take it. So I looked in. I ain't gonna lie. I did it. He wasn't there. Guess where he was at, y'all? On fucking stage. On fucking stage. You know how I know he was on stage? Because all I heard is, "You can take your time, but stirs." I said, I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. I'm so pissed. He's on stage performing, and I can't go out there and see it because I got to go do my job. So I'm like, you know what? I'll take an L. I'll take an L. But he finished performing. He finished performing. So he came back down. Back scenes. Backstage, by the way, is very strict. Okay? When I mean strict, I mean strict. If you don't have no type of access of any of that, bitch, and they walk around, they see you, you will be kicked out 2.5 seconds. Because where we at is celebrity status now. Basically, what they're saying is, don't speak to them, don't talk to them. If he says hi to you, you can say hi back, but you better not say nothing to them, or we're gonna remove you. I'm like, oh yeah, they that strict, they that serious. You better keep it professional. Y'all know me, I dealt with celebrities before. They ain't no new to me. But double S celebrities are different. So I'm like, cool. He finishes. Leon Thomas finished. I'm standing outside doing what I gotta do. This man didn't go to the dressing room. So when he finished performing, he went to the after party. Well, it's my chance to meet Leon Thomas. He's gone. He went to the after party. He went to go do his job. I ain't mad about it. Do what you got to do. Hey, turn up, brother. And I was like, I'll let it go. But really, I wasn't here for Leon Thomas. I was here for the star himself, who sold out the venues. This is where shit really gets sticky. This is when I call these two boys. These two boys that y'all see right now, I called them. I called them to let them know what I'm witnessing right now. Because I don't want to lie. Because I like to have witness. But they were asleep, respectfully. And I understand. It was late as fuck. It was like 10 or 11 or 12. Niggas asleep around that time. My man Bruno, let me ask y'all a question. Out of all of Bruno Mars' songs, and I think y'all will get it, and I'm literally asking a question, I'm not being rhetorical. What song do y'all think Bruno Mars ended the song with? Nobody knows.
Piggy to the moon.
What you got, Unc? What you think? What's the song? What song do you think?
A final song?
Final song that Bruno Mars ended with. What you think?
I don't even know. Like, I'm trying to think of what would be a good song to just keep everybody hyped. And it might not even...
And goes out with a bang.
And goes out with a bang. I mean, he already said 24 karat. I was like, that's not a bad choice, but I also thought maybe he would have opened with that. But
he got an album. He got an album to promote before he does that.
Yeah. He does have an album to promote because he's got an album out right now.
Yep. Give up.
Go ahead.
This man play Uptown Funk You Up.
There it is. And considering every kids movie puts that in their stuff, I should have thought of that.
I'm under the stage, backstage, doing my job. All I heard was boom, 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 boom. Like a giant is walking through and all you just doing this every time you jumping. Like, what the hell's going on? I just heard fireworks. 10 of them hoes. What the hell's going on? Everybody in that stadium screamed like they saw Beyonce and Bruno Mars together. I'm like, holy shit. He finishes. Uptown, Funk You Up. Oh! Tennessee, thank you so much for the performance. I wish I had to get on that. I hope y'all have a good night. Be safe driving home. And this is one last time. Uptown, Funk. Oh! Finish. Bruno. All right, go. I'm seeing, I turned my head. And Bruno Mars driving down in the whole stadium. But this is how smooth he was though after he finished performing. He was like, you feel me? At this point, everybody's happy. Good job, Bruno. Congratulations. Giving them props. Nothing wrong with that, right? Bruno Mars doing the Cinderella princess Princess hand wave to everybody. Everybody. Then this man turned real cool, 2.5 seconds. This man done this in the back of the caddy. I'm like, is he smoking in the fucking Nissan stand to his dressing room? He know he can't do that, right? And he just like, I don't give a fuck. I'm Bruno Mars. He goes to his section. Close. Now, we have a fine fee. So when you go over that time, you finish perform, you get your shit done, you get the fuck out. They got to go to Chicago. They were literally like, okay, we're done. No talking. Stage. Now, people, chairs. We got to go or we paying the fine. I ain't paying for no $100,000 fine. No, we good. Let's go. Bruno Mars went in this thing, changed the go. Everybody had to leave underground. Everybody had to leave. Why do everybody have to leave? Because Bruno Mars has to leave out the stadium secretly, so nobody can know where he's at. Which means if there's a truck in the back, he will hop in that bitch and go to a whole nother location, get out of that, and get in another car and go to another location. That's how secret he has to move. Like nobody can't know where he's moving. He's moving in silence. So I really wish I had a chance to meet Bruno, but I didn't, because when set is done and you have to go, you gotta go. But when I went into their rooms, because I have to clean it, I'm not making this up. Jasirii, me drink a lot when we go out of town. We have fun, okay? You know bottles way better than I do when it comes to with liquor and stuff. Do you know an expensive type of tequila that you can think of in the top of your head? I'm talking about rich. I'm talking big boy, big bottles. I ain't talking about cheap. I'm talking about the bottle is something we never heard of before, Bob.
Not even 1940.
How crazy. Like, Bruno had bottles on 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 bottles. I said, God damn, I was drinking in this bitch. Not only that, I look to my left. There's an ashtray in there, ladies and gentlemen. There's an ashtray in there. Not only there was an ashtray. Oh, y'all been smoking. Oh, y'all been going. What? No. I'm like, Bruno, this what y'all do before y'all get on stage? Shots, cups everywhere on the floor. Food I never seen, never heard before. Uncle, they had dips on dips on dips. Meat inside of a dip. A place chopped chips, hams, eggs, greens, potatoes, 18, 20 Chipotle bags on the right. You look under, you see they got a freezer of 5 Fiji, Core, Dasani, all types of bottled water, Gatorade, Red Bull. You look to your left, grapes. Like it's everything just set for this man. I'm not making this up. Then one of the workers came in. She is one of the sweetest people on earth. She said, "Hey, would you like a bottle?" Not on duty. Not on duty. You're not on duty. Not on duty. I'm not. I appreciate it. Because Bruno had another bottle that he hadn't even opened. He didn't even give a fuck about it. He just left it there and just said bye.
Not on stream, sir. We don't sponsor them.
I know. I don't know it. I can't name the bottle. It's too rich. I can't name the bottle. That's how rich the bottle is. I can't pronounce this bottle's name.
Oh, I thought you were finna go grab it and show it. I was gonna say, not on camera. Not on camera.
I'm telling you, like, they're offering me a bottle. Uncle, I didn't take it. Not on duty.
Okay.
I said that. Not on duty, I'm not.
Well, I mean, you have to clock
No.
out
When you got off?
sometime.
When you got off?
You have to clock out sometime.
No, I left that bitch there. Because one, I don't know what world I'm about to do if I take a shot of it. That's first off. Second of all, I am not a drinker. I am a social drinker. I'm not that type of drinker. I'm a social drinker. And I know, but I was working.
Nah, you did the right thing.
And if I had a backpack with me, probably would be different, right? But I didn't have a bag with me. And especially I didn't want to walk around with a bag, a brown bag, and put the ball into that. That was ghetto as hell walking out.
You could have shelved that and took it to Atlanta.
Nah, I can't. No, because they were cleaning everything. Everything that was cleaned up gotta go. Like, gotta go.
We're throwing it out regardless.
Yes, everything gotta go. And what did I learn from this experience of almost meeting the goats? This is what I learned. I got candy from that booth. I ate, no, y'all think I'm joking? Wait, where is it? I ate some candy that I never heard of before in my life. Hold on, right here. I never ate Smart Sweets before. I never had these before in my life. I never heard of these. It was so many, like, crazy amount of different junk food in there. And I'm just sitting here like, I never seen these before. But basically, overall, what I'm saying is, guys, I didn't mention this part because it really pissed me off. When they saw Bruno Mars coming through the intermission time with the caddy, everybody underground started screaming. They kicked everybody out in that bitch.
Can't hear you.
You're gone. You're gone. Yep, your volume. I guess it said end the story for you. Nope.
Okay, there we go.
There we are.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was actually hearing my echo, which was weird.
No, I fixed the audio out point with crazy. I got so excited it did that. But overall, my experience. Oh, I forgot to mention this part. Bruno Mars was there, but the production was so nice and cool to me that they allowed me to step on the stage where Bruno Mars was at. They showed me the underground access of how everything was built. They're like, Bruno Mars gonna pop up under here. They're like, this is where his stage. They're like, yeah, you can stay right here on the bro. I walk right there in the middle where he was at, and I vision everything. And I was like, yeah, I see it, Bruno. I see it. I see it, Bruno. I see it. And it never motivated me so much in my life. Because I made some network connection behind the scenes that it was like, yo, this shit right here is something I live for and I'm working hard towards to. Because just standing in that stage when nobody's there, but you can just hear, you can just feel the energy of like, bro, people stage. And then when I actually seen him perform, that's when I was like, I seen it, Bruno. I seen the vision. But it was a great experience in my life. But the other concert I'm really looking forward to is us with Chris Brown. And let me tell you something. I will, okay? I will. All my car, body, and soul, and respectfully, as a professional person, will meet my GOAT that I have been listening to since I was 12 and 11 years old, okay? I will meet my GOAT. I will meet my GOAT. I don't give a fuck. They about to trade places. I don't care. They doing to take you down with a cherry. I don't care. They have fun. Do you? But I will meet my hero. Okay? And that my name is Delonte Burns, and that is how I become the greatest hero.
You heard that. And you can always listen back on this podcast if you want to hear that story again, or if you're quick and you follow him at VoQualz, that is VoQualz. He also tells a big other story on his Insta story right now. So you want to get over there and check that out as well, because that just goes to show you how motivated everybody is. I know I'm motivated, and I'm looking forward to everything that this summer and this fall has to offer, because we're here. Like I said, it is con season, and we have a lot of cons we got to try to get to. I do want to say this, because I think this is the part of the podcast where I want to try to manifest some things for us. Okay, because we can get some clips and we can get some stuff out there. So, is there anybody at any of these conventions coming up that y'all are looking forward to trying to meet? Jasirii, I'm gonna start with you.
My brain went blank. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Mhm.
Is there anybody specific that I want to meet? I mean, I just hope that I run into some cool stunt actors and voice actors. Like, that's all I gotta say. Whoever's meant to for me to meet, I hope that I meet them.
Is there anybody specifically you want to meet? I plan on tagging them and posting this stuff.
You know what? I'll just say it. I hope I get to meet Corey. Corey Kenshin. Yes.
Corey Kenshin.
That's a rare breed.
Very, very. That is why I'm like, yo, it would be nice to meet him. I ain't gonna lie.
You and
Nice.
everybody else at DreamCon trying to put a gun and find that man.
Oh, Corey, that's not the only place Corey's popping up.
That
Because I've been keeping up. Now Corey is starting to pop up at cons now.
as you should.
All right. I know we're not necessarily going to see you that much on the con scene this year, but is there anybody you're hoping to run into at any point, sir?
Man, if I run into anybody else this year, bro, I'm gonna say it once, I'm gonna say it again. I tried to meet him last night, but I ain't had a chance. Leon, promise, bro, yo, my guy. Look here. Look, Leon. Let me tell you something. I'm sorry, okay? I was fighting for my life to try to see this performance of yours. But security was on that extra, okay? But I understand because they were doing their job. And I missed the after party because I couldn't go to it because I had to stay there and work till 3 o'clock in the morning. Which means the party was done when I got off. But it's okay. I'm going to meet you sometime soon. I'm going to meet you because you have stories that I know you can tell moi. As men, because you met my GOAT. Hell, you made a song with my GOAT. Fallen. Check it out. You done so much songwriting. You have a Grammy with SZA. Snooze. Oh, I do my research, sir. Okay? I need that. I need that information. I need that knowledge and the sensual being of music, of every knowledge that you have implanted in my brain. I need that. I need that. Leon, Ty, I need that.
You
Okay,
heard
time
that.
out. Yeah, go ahead.
He needs that. By the way, Nadia, who I'm glad to see is actually still with us, said, "Why I thought you were gonna say Corey in the house."
I am crying repeatedly, rolling, shitting on the floor. Oh, my bad. Regina King. I love Regina King. That's another person I want to meet.
But yeah, she's talking about Kyle Massey, and it's like, Corey in the house. Okay. And Corey be outside. And, you know, I hope Corey, I hope Kyle Massey's doing well. I'll say that. I'll say that. um, for myself,
Who you want? Come on, come on. What's up? What's up?
okay. First of all, I'm going to pander a little bit and hope that I say that New York Comic Con is not the last time that we run into Nadia at a con, because I know she's talking about going to some cons that I may very well be at, and I want to see my friends at some of these cons. Anyway, all of. Now that we got that out the way, I've said this so many times on the internet. I've said this everywhere. Guys, I am going to be at San Diego Comic Con this year. It is going to be a true blessing. It is a con I have wanted to go to my entire life. And 9 times out of 10, I'm hoping that Anna Brisbane, aka Brizzy Voices, is going to be there. Brizzy, let me talk to you for a second. You might not necessarily remember me, but I've been a fan of yours for a very, very long time. You have always been one of the most beautiful, talented people. The voices go crazy, the videos go crazy. You've always been really good at responding to people who talk to you on Twitter and your streams. I've said this before. You've always been really nice to me. When my dad died and we were looking for a little extra money because one of his insurances didn't come through, you donated money to me. No one asked you to do it. You did that on your own. I've never really found the opportunity, because I've never met you in person, to actually thank you in person for something like that. So for being one of my favorite creators, I've always said, I know you don't know me, but to me, you, that alone makes me consider you someone very, very important. And also, it would be great if we could have you on the podcast sometimes, whatever that would take. But just overall, I see your soul. I also know what you represent, the things that you're on the front line that you help fight for. People like us will always definitely appreciate that. We know what side and we know who you support. But Brizzy, Anna, I need to see you at some point. Hopefully, we can make this happen. Hopefully, I can manifest this. Hopefully, I will meet you at some point this year or whenever we can make that happen. And also, as a big YouTuber, as I grew up, also Andre Black Nerd Comedy. You know, you're one of the people I always looked up to. You know, being a black nerd myself and always loving your stuff, you doing the type of content that kind of I've wanted to do for a long time, but never really wanted to put out there because I had people in my city, in my circle, that used to try to criticize stuff like that, but you didn't care. You know, so you're definitely somebody that I would love to meet. If nothing else, to just shake his hand and say thank you for helping to clear the way for people like me to be able to go forward and be the content creator that I want to be, and hopefully to continue to be an even better content creator that I want to be. Yes, there's a lot of other voice actors that I would love to meet, but those two for me are like a requirement. And I need to try to make that happen at some point. Nadia said I lived in San Diego for like 4 years and still couldn't get tickets, even when I lived there.
So I guess that's how that bud be.
I guess the scalpers to move differently out there then.
You
I don't know.
right people.
As a resident attender, hold on a second. Yeah. Sorry, sir. I had to mute your thing because you're echoing. But Siri, as a resident continuous San Diego Comic Con, was there anybody standing outside trying to sell badges?
I'm sorry, you echoed that whole time.
It didn't show up on stream though. It showed up to us, but I muted his end. But I'll say it again. When you went to San Diego Comic-Con, was there anybody out there trying to sell badges?
All the time, but I'm not gonna front.
Okay, she did just
Tell-
preference that was like
hit
2012.
hit me after. If you just hit me. I might be able to pull something.
Well, I don't know if she's definitely trying to go this year, but
I mean, if not, then hey, don't hit me.
it's like either or. It depends on what you want to do. What did he say? Oh man, but no. On top of that, of course, there's also, like I said, voice actors that I'm still trying to meet, still trying to get to be on this podcast. Some that I'm talking to and are going to be on this podcast, but that will be at a later date. But in the meantime, there are, like I said, we need Whitebeard's voice actor on the podcast. I follow him on Twitter. He doesn't step out too often. I just need him to see one of my messages. I just need him to see one. And he also stands up for the right things online. Hey, Glow says. Oh man, but no, but I know those are the things. And then just most importantly, I said on a past podcast when I asked the question, why do you go to cons? I think I'm also looking forward to just trying to do more of what the cons have to offer. You know what I'm saying? Like more panels, more karaoke, more vendors, more just everything. I want to actually go to the con with money. It's been a while since I actually went to a con with actual like real spending money without being on the con on a budget. So that is something that should be different this year. And you know, it's been a long time since I got that huge payday back in 2022, I want to say, from TikTok. And I went to Dragon Con for the very first time with pretty much unlimited money. Not technically, but it felt like unlimited money. I didn't have to worry about what was in my pocket. That's how good it was.
Nice.
And I definitely want to get back to that. But guys, as we said, I'm actually going to go ahead and end it there to let people know what we were kind of looking forward to, other than the usual stuff that we're going to get to right now. Jasirii, King of New York, anything you want to say before we get out of here and get our con season started?
Boom. All right. So New York, we about to get active this weekend. One, man, shoot. Listen, shout out to Ivana. She about to be a doctor down in Atlanta. Two, we're gonna get the Discord back active. We about to get it popping or whatever. Three, shoot. Listen, if you pop up in my bio, you might see a link for G Fuel. I ain't gonna front. But other than that, it's up. Keep on looking out for the motivational content and then the anime content. Slowly getting back into it. Don't know when we're gonna post it, but it's gonna come soon.
He said it's definitely gonna come soon. I will say this, nephew, before I ask you if there's anything you want to say before we get out of here. Don't know if you got a recommendation for us this week or not, but he's gone. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's here. Never mind. He's here. Is there anything that you want to say following up from what we heard last week about basketball?
Can we hear me? Can we hear me?
Yes.
Okay. You're grounded. Okay. So, you said something about basketball. What about basketball one more time?
Is there anything you want to say to follow up from last week's conversation? Because you said you've spoken to somebody since then. Good night, Nadia.
I got a message for you. I got a message for you. Nike's having a basketball He's gonna do it in ATL.
Oh, he's coming to ATL with his hooping
He's gonna
shoes?
run it down there. So I don't know if Rob and them is gonna pop up there, but I just wanna let you know from who I know, from what he said and what I said and what he said and I said and what he's gonna need to say to you. What are we gonna do about it?
Listen, I will bring my Kobe's. I will bring my Kobe straight down. Come on. I'm with it. I'm with it all. I want the smoke. It was really for Cosmos, but shit, I'm here too. So what's up? I never turned down smoke. I'm here for it.
I mean, tell Cosmos to catch a flight, not Spirit, obviously, but tell him to catch a flight and hit Atlanta.
Listen, he
Now
said
you
he
said
got
he's
his
running
shoes.
the- he's
All right,
running the
cool. Don't
game.
forget him like last time. Cause remember
Now
last time we
there-
was down in Atlanta, he forgot his shoes. That's what I'm gonna say. I was ready to pick up some shoes right then and there, but you know, then you gotta break them in or whatever. But you know, what? I'm not Hollywood. I'm not Hollywood.
Well, hey, what? Hold on. What Shannon say? Whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm just gonna air the other mean that he be saying, "That ain't a problem. That ain't a problem. That ain't a problem." This is going to be interesting because these boys have been talking, both of them, and we're gonna put this on the court. Ball don't lie. Yeah. So absolutely, and I believe that where it's at with that, because you feel me? I just have to tell you what I know and what he knows and what he said to me, and I said to him, and he want me to say to you.
You know what? That's
That
kind
is
of crazy. Hold on. I'm about to send a message right now. Hold
on. So we are going to get
So
this.
I heard that you had to send a message to me. I'll see you in Atlanta, bro.
Look here.
Look at that message sent.
Where's my meme folder?
Look here.
Hold on. And I want y'all to know I'm not lying. I want y'all to know I'm not lying. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Chris Brown. There we go. I just want y'all. Y'all see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
Okay. I just want to make sure that y'all saw it. And no answer too. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like I thought we was cool. Now I don't get no message. All right, cool. You see, that's why I said I'm not Hollywood. I'm just Jasirii from New York. That's all.
Hold on.
Just Jasirii
Wrong
from
laugh.
New York. That's it. You know what I mean? Even listen, I'm here. Your boy is here. Your boy is here. Your boy been hooping. It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. I'm outside now. Now you got me activated. I was about to go to bed, but you know what? I could go even more peaceful because I know what's happening now. And then when I bring my shoes, and I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. This is all I want. This is the energy I'm on. It's okay.
Damn.
Cause I'm with it.
Podcast is real.
And we go take shots after or whatever. But I'm just saying, like, look at what y'all started.
Hey, look, I'm just trying to find out who's gonna finish it. Sir, do you have a recommendation for us this week?
But yeah, I was about to get to that. I swear to God, I just, you know, I just want to be like the baddies real quick, readjust themselves real quick. Like, what? Okay. He said that. Okay. But look, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've been sassy this podcast. I don't give a fuck. Look, I've been sassy. Y'all got sassy folk this podcast. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Y'all got sassy folk this one. All right, but look here though. Anime recommendation for this one is not an anime recommendation. This is something that's been popping off since it's been its return of time. I mean, we do got Devil May Cry that's about to release next week, but for right now, let's talk about a show that's actually got me on my toes right now. And that is AKA The Boys, ladies and gentlemen. Holy mother! Oh, what? The Boys? example, I like to say, me and you are never apart, Makita. Ain't nobody, ain't no see. Hey, I would tell y'all the plot to this story has changed. Oh, it changed for the good though. Really good change. It wasn't ugly. Because if y'all read the beginning of the season and what it's about, and we on episode 6, so you know, I was wondering when we finna put our foot on the gas. Nah, they put the foot on the gas, all right. Yeah. They pushed that bitch to 200.
200.
So if y'all hate Army, I'm not Army man, Homelander now. Y'all gonna hate him even more. I know Homelander is one of the most hated villains of all times right now. But y'all think you hate him now? Let's get ready to rumble. This man ain't playing. Oh my God. 2 key players. Homelander and Soldier Boy. All right, that's all I gotta say. Enjoy the rest of the thing. Go ahead, start us off. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm enjoying this bubble gum that I got from Bruno Mars cabin.
You heard him. He is enjoying some Bruno Mars gum and everything. Got his snacks going on. But again, like I said, we appreciate everybody for joining us this week on the Podcast is Real. This is the final episode of the Podcast is Real for a couple of weeks until we come back from MomoCon. But we will have a fast turnaround because we already have a guest for the Thursday after MomoCon. So that is already set, but you'll have to tune in to find out who that is. She is a lovely person. It's going to be a very first time guest here on the Podcast is Real. But that's then. This is now. If you want to reach us, you can find us at the Podcast is Real on all social media platforms except for Twitter. Too many letters. You know who really not that one over there anyway. If you need to message us, you can always find us at the podcast is real at gmail.com, or you can message us on any other social media platforms that you can follow us on. Make sure that you follow VoQualz, make sure you follow Jasirii, make sure you follow King Drell on all social media platforms. If you missed this podcast, it is available immediately right now. You can rewind it from the beginning on YouTube. First thing on Monday, it'll be on all the other social media platforms that you may want to listen to while you're out riding around. That is Spotify, that is Apple Podcast, that is Amazon Music. It looks like it's Cinco de Mayo all over again for my nephew right here. But we got con season to start, ladies and gentlemen. So for the dancing, salsa moving nephew over there, Soundless Well himself, VoQualz, for my Jamaican brother, the King of New York, Jasirii, I am King Drell. We will see you guys in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, Bruno Mars might have been popping, but the podcast is real. And apparently, like he's saying, pull up. So we'll see you guys next week. Salute!